Okay, let's get to it. Suboptimal Kusume. Yeah, you want to go up. Works good enough for me. Nice. Hey, Parsi. I hate the yellow nogs. Neat. Get him out, Uwu. That was a weird horizontal. Need to cut up through that, but okay, Spider, I'm back. You rat. I had that. Why are you like this sometimes, Yamame? Yamame, why are you like this? You're been tap up. One of my But my best DDC Rainbow A impression. And really walk into a laser. With spam and shift button. You just not like me, Yamame? Ooh. Yamame just doesn't like me today. They do something to get the blood pumping. Yep. I have no energy. I just ate, but now I'm like... all the food went straight into the lie down and nap mode. Going up, Kobold. Hope you're doing well. Your name popped up, and like I have a dark background on my chat, and it was so hard to discern your name because it's the contrast between it and my like very dark gray quick Twitch background is just difficult to make out what your name was. I had to really look at it. Use me, girl? Thank you. Stage 3. No, I just missed out on some grays. It's over. Really flirted with that bullet. I guess the beautiful dance still strat. Run so far. Well, I died on Mount Uwu, and that's about all that's really happened. Give me a minute. I am back. come to my room to do laundry sometimes, so... But we didn't die to Mount Uru. Neat. Neat. Okay, Satori, how's my favorite pink girl doing? Oh, I tapped just too late. Unfortunate. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Bleh. Give me a sec. Okay. Run her back. Excuse me. Excuse me? I'm not feeling anything right now. Okay, you mean. I was going too fast. Okay, Yamame, I am back again. Back to the green. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a long day. Well, I mean, the good news is that SA has a pretty banger host of stage themes. Theme is a banger. I wouldn't go that far, but they're all solid. Like, this stage theme is fine in the context for the stage, but, there's no way I'd, like, listen to it in any other context. Personally speaking, you know, my opinion. I've always said this game does really pride itself though with its music on its stage themes. Like the boss themes are fine, don't get me wrong, but I think that most games, it's like most games of the boss theme, I feel, is really what, like, stands out. And then there's that, like, one or two stage theme that, like, really pops, right? There's, like, that one or two stage theme, and it's usually the bosses, especially the mid to late game bosses, but not always, that really pops out. This game, I just feel like it's just so much of the stage themes that just really go whoosh. It's not that the boss themes are bad, they're good. When it comes down to the boss themes, I really like Third Eye. I mean, Third Eye is phenomenal. Probably my favorite. It's definitely my favorite tune of the game. Third Eye is very good. And then the other boss themes. I mean, Oku's is very solid. That one's well-rounded. I mean, I like Parsee's. Yugi's is good. I mean, they're all good. Don't get me wrong. I don't. Orin and Yamame don't really stand out to me that much. Yugi and Parsee are both solid, definitely above average. Oku is Oku's really good in the moment. Her theme is just so good for setting the mood. Like that's what her theme is does so well. It's just such a good mood setter. And then Third Eye, I just love. Well, Lullaby of a Deserted Hell is like, you know, in the running for being the best stage theme in all of Touhou. So yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know for sure if I put it at 5. Did you not do that to me, Parsee? Like, I don't know for sure if I put it at top, not 1 or anything. You know, it's a little debatable. Also mood dependent, right? Listen, sometimes I'm in a mood for Lullaby of Deserted Hell. Sometimes I'm in a mood for Heartfelt Fantasy. Sometimes I'm in a mood for Centennial Festival for Magical Girls. When it comes down to stage themes, at least. Heartfelt Fantasy is really good. Yugi's theme is Yugi's stage theme, I should say, is very solid. I've always liked this stage theme. It's just like so interesting. It's so mood setting. This one in stage 6. The stage 6 theme is also very mood setting. Well, when you're referring to a game, you gotta refer to its extra stage and/or extra stage theme and its boss theme too, as a whole. But you gotta encompass that as a whole. To be fair, if you do that, like the extra stage is only 1/7 of the game's music, but you know. SA is definitely one of the tops in terms of music as a whole. To be honest, I don't particularly care too much for either of the extra themes in this game, but like I mean they're fine. They're good themes. They're just not, and they're definitely not any of my favorites. At the very least, definitely not compared to like Lullaby of Deserted Hell or like Heartfelt Fantasy. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been on the Hartman hype train. Like, I know it always is, like, really popular, but, like, it's never been a theme. Let's put it this way. There's a lot of Touhou themes I've gone out of my way to listen to at times. I've never found myself doing with. Here's the thing about Hartman. I forget that theme. Like, every time I think about it, I'm like, I cannot put a tune to it. Like, so many songs I can, like, hum a tune to, I just don't remember Hartman's. And then I hear it, I'm like, yeah, that's solid. And then I can't remember it. I really trusted that laser was not going to hit me. Although, to be fair, most of the extra boss themes, I kind of, like, I don't really remember that well. Like, UNON, of course, everyone knows that, whether or not you go out of your way to listen to. You know, that, Necrofantasy and Necrophantasia, Reach for the Moon, like, those I all, like, of course, have those two, like, of course I have those tunes memorized, whether or not they're my favorites or not. But outside of those, I kind of lose a lot of the extra stage themes. Raiko's I know really well. Raiko's stands out a lot. Oh, Mamizo's. Mamizo's. Love that one. That one might honestly is in the running for my favorite. But at least like Hikadia's, I know the tune of. Like I could hum myself the tune. But like Hoishi and Suwako, I just can't remember those extra stages. Like not the stage themes. Mamizo's stage. Well, Mamizo's stage is good, but like I'm also talking about the boss itself. Like Ten Desire's extra stage theme is really solid, but like Mamizo's theme herself is in the running for my favorite extra stage theme. Won't touch me? Okay, she didn't touch me. It's so unique. Like, Mamizo's boss theme is so... It's so weird, because none of the other extra stage theme, like, boss themes are, like, at all like that. And it's a really catchy tune. It's really catchy. So Cute God's Beloved. Yeah, So Cute God's Beloved is one of the high-up stage themes. That and, what is stage 2 of Mountain of Faith called? I forget that stage theme. I always know it as Dark Road, but I don't actually know for sure what it's called. Like Mountain of Faith has some good ones too, but like it's stage 2 theme. I forget the name of it. Like I said, and Gensokyo God's Beloved are both really, really, really good. Darker, okay. Oh, I wasn't not paying enough attention. It's one of those days. I'm gonna know it by Dark Road because Road of the Apotropaic? Is that how it's pronounced? Apotropaic? I'm gonna say Apotropaic. Or it might be I don't know. I can't say I've ever seen that word before in my life. Yeah, it's, I'll just say Dark Road. It's easy. It's easier. Like, if we go out, like, honestly, Touhou 11 and 10 have some, like, the best stage themes on the market. If you go outside of those, like I said, Centennial Festival, oh, what's the stage theme for Alice in PCB? I really like that one. And, Alice Maestra from Lotus Land. Those are, like, the other stage themes that, like, really stand out to me. To revert evil influences or bad luck. Well, I mean, it's definitely in reference to Hina. Okay. Yeah, Dollmaker of Bucharesti or whatever. I mean, yeah, Bad Apple's really good. Like, Bad Apple when it plays... Oh, why would you do that to me, girl? She just stopped. She just dropped and stopped. Game is not being good to me today, is what I would say, but I think it's just myself that's doing it to me today. I love Bad Apple, but Bad Apple is more like a top 10 stage theme rather than like a top 5, personally. Shanghai Tea, I mean, you go across all though, there's a lot of good ones. Shanghai Tea House is phenomenal. Shanghai Tea House is like, the theme I've always said is like the most quintessential Touhou theme, in which it's like when I hear that theme, it's like, that is the #1 theme of like, oh, this is Touhou music. Like, for sure, like, this is like the most like definition Touhou music. I don't know, that's not necessarily the best way to phrase it, but that's the way I always do it. So, yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good theme. It's definitely not like in my top 10. But it's a really good stage theme. Honestly, one of the biggest crimes about that dodge that he just got away with, one of the biggest crimes of Touhou 3 and Touhou 9 is that they don't actually have stage themes. Because, like, I love the music in both of those games, but there's no, like, stage themes. It's just boss themes. Can you stop going down? Yeah, it went too much. Can she just stop moving down, please? Hello? She can go any other cardinal direction. Not that there's that many, but still. Because, like, Touhou 9 has, like, so many of my, like, favorite boss themes, and then it's just, but there's no stage themes. What's a good theme? I mean, it's a good theme. Although Yuka's from POFB is not one of the ones that, like, stands out in that game to me. Although, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not particularly in love with, like, any of Yuka's themes. They're all, like, fine, but, like, none of them, like, super stand out to me. I know Yuka Slander's a problem. I don't know, PC98's kind of hit or miss with me. It's like... I mean, here's across Touhou, there's, like, no themes I dislike. Like, generally speaking, I just like the themes. But to me, they're either, like... You know, they range from being just a nice background theme to, like, ooh, this is phenomenal. And PC98 finds itself in a realm where it's, like... I feel like everything is either, like... Yeah, that's fine background theme, right? Or it's, like, just straight fire. Say, like, Strawberry Crisis. Although, when I think about the PC98 music that I really like, it's like... It's like Bad Apple and Alice Maestra, and then a lot of the boss themes from 3, from Pod, and then some scattered themes here or there. I am really low on power. It literally doesn't matter, but like, I'm gonna complain about it. Dude, she cannot stop going low. What is this? I could have played out that one, but like, hot damn! Yamame is attached to just bullying me right now. It's like, I'm tired today, so I'm not doing myself any favors, but I'd enjoy if she did me some favors. Wow, that was a favor, never mind. See what I mean by I'm not doing myself any favors? Don't worry, one of these days I'll get 8 hours of sleep. Also, just doesn't help that work's very busy this week. Fortunately, after this week, it should be very normal, but work's very busy this week. Why no sleep? Well, it's coupled by a few reasons. Like last night I was hanging out with my friends and I was up, a little later than normal. Not that much, but still a bit, right? Like half hour later than I normally want to go to bed because I was hanging with my buddies. But like, then it's like Sunday, because like Sunday I was like, I gotta go back to work, but I was playing Xenoblade X, and then next thing you know, it's an hour after I normally go to bed, and it's like, well, that's a problem. And then Monday nights, I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed, and then I go to bed. Next thing you know, I'm watching YouTube for 45 minutes later than I should have. So that wasn't good. Well, last night wasn't too bad. Like, it was slightly worse than normal, but like, or than I like it to be, but it wasn't too bad. I just don't know why. I just am finding myself struggling to focus properly. But not everything's gonna be perfect. That's fine. You moved slightly down, but not down enough that it matters. But the good news is, the weekend's coming up. Now, tomorrow I have to wake up for work, but then tomorrow night I can sleep in. Why am I not shooting? Okay, that was sketchy. That was a lot sketchier than it should have been. I don't know, I ate right before I streamed, but instead of giving me energy, it has just kind of like put me to sleep. Like, okay, nap time. Ooh. SA also has a very banger cast of characters, too. Even if someone refuses to adopt a nuclear radiation bird, the banger cast of characters. On top of its music. Although I'd probably enjoy the cast a bit more if, like, Orin wasn't, like, such a problem. Or that happened. I like when it spawns inside me. You know, the kitty cat is a bit of a rat sometimes. Although I think one thing about SA characters too, I call her a rat. She's a rat, okay? Listen, you do Needles of Yore enough, you're gonna be like, she's a freaking rat. She's a problem. She likes to bully you. You love her still? I will love her when I'm done with this game. At that point, I'm sure I will love her, but in the meantime, it's kind of mixed. Because the hardest part of the game isn't necessarily stage 6. It's doing stage 5. Now, stage 5 as a whole, but, like, most of that's Orin being a problem. Because I have, not a ton, but I have a handful of perfect stage 6s. But I only have one perfect stage 5. Very conveniently, that was my one miss. It's like Chen. I like Chen now that I'm done with PCB. While I was in the middle of PCB, Chen was a problem to me. And that was a big problem. But nowadays, she's not a problem to me, so I like her. I still won't forgive Lunasa for her crimes, though. Lunasa is a crime gangster. She should be put down. But everyone else from that game's fine now. Okay, Parsi, I am once again asking you to be kind to me. I'm gonna say it, and I'm on stage 2, which will mean I'll probably die to her, but... You know, the nice thing about Parsi is that she's one of the easier stage 2 bosses. So she's rather generous. Appreciate it. She's not as generous as Bonky Bonky, but she's close. Very generous gaps there. She can be a little cruel on that attack if she decides to move down at a very inopportune time, but that's about as cruel as she can really get. See, we love Parsi and this helps. This is more gimmick than anything. Yeah, because, like... Her second spell is like, so gimmicky that, like, if, as long as you're, like, paying attention, it's pretty free. And her first spell has a general flow that, like, unless you get, like, really bad luck, which can happen, to be fair, but... That's pretty smooth, and that just kind of makes it her nons and her final, but even then, none of them are, like, bad. Like, most stage 2 bosses have at least some element of difficulty, and some element of, like, fairly easiness. But nothing Parsi has, like, really stands out a lot. Like, they can be a little gross, but nothing Parsi has is like, ooh. Like, there's no Kimon Toko Gen Final. She doesn't have that, like, one or two attacks that really makes her, like, stand out. Like, if I'm playing, UFO, Kogasa has some things that, like, really stands out. That's like, oh, shit, you gotta really lock in on Kogasa. But Parsy's relatively a breather, and I appreciate it. This game's early game is not bad at all. Like, Yamame can be a bit of a bully, but that's about it. It's really just like, you know, Stage 4 has its aspects too, but it's like, this game really is just like, Stage 5 is really brutal, and then, like, Oku has its few questionable attacks. To play the demo. I'm not really that much of a, like, into demo person. Like, I mean, unless the demo has, like, theoretically enough content, I'm more prone to just, like, hear what other people have to say about the demo than play it myself. Like, you know for sure when, like, the full game drops, I'm playing that on stream. But like, I could maybe see myself playing it, like the demo maybe off stream, but I don't like, unless it's got like enough content to it, I don't feel like at the very least I don't think I'd stream the demo. Woo! I don't like the yellow arms. Well, we'll see. I should be shooting these guys. Why was I just not shooting? Oh, it's one of those days. I was treating that as if it was Stage 3's opening, and it was not Stage 3's opening. It was Stage 4's opening. Actually, both Stage 3 and Stage 5, I don't shoot immediately. Stage 4, you gotta know. Sometimes you have brain fart. Pacifist? No. When we do just doing the full pacifist run. How much do I actually want to time down UNR? Maybe not. Okay, next time I die, I need to go get water. I need to take like a 30-second refresher. Nice. We could take in a snooze. Excuse me, you didn't die? How am I gonna live that he shot off one more ring of bullets? I'm gonna go take a quick water break real quick. Be back. Okay, we're back. Nice. Yeah, this time for sure. This time for sure. Okay, stage 3, we don't shoot. I was holding control, not shift, but oh, it's over. My mind is going into the gutter. Kaboom. Ooh, tickled me. I just need to make my way to Sator, like, through stage 5. Like, if I can somehow, like, get my way through Satori on a good pace, like, then like, the pressure of a good run actually, like, builds up, and that will, like, force me to, like, force my blood to get pumping. I need a run to get to the point where the stakes are actually higher. To force me to lock in. Okay, Mount Woo Woo, my beloved. Neat. Okay, shoot the opening yin yangs. I must say, if I like Orin due to any reason, it is because she meows. I wish Chen or Michael the cat meowed. Okay, spin to win. So iconic. Yeah, it is very iconic. Oh, I hesitated around the edge there. This is why Orin's always a problem. Our runs, mediocre at best, but it's fine. So thanks for the good luck. Ooh. And parade, my beloved. Except unlike Mount Ulu, which I actually like, this deck gives me anxiety. Never mind, it's actually the easiest attack in my run. I was just doing my rhythm. I did not see that bullet in the bottom left corner. And then by the time I saw it, it was too late. I couldn't go up and around it. Fog Labyrinth, my behated. That was one of the most a bullet has ever scared me. Doing. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm a little coup out of it today, but you know what? That'll be fine. Not every day has to be perfect. But in spite of all that, I don't know if I want to try to play as Aya. You know what? That was the wrong button. I can't even do that. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, she's so fast. I can't pick up points. What is this shot type? I can't pick up P by just holding, by just not shooting. This shot type's terrible. It's the worst of the entire game. SMH my head. No. Yeah, she's wildin'. I can't pick up stuff by just sucking. This shot type's terrible. How can anyone play as it? I'm not playing this anymore. There we go, that's a good 2 minutes. I'm gonna lose my mind. Rental personified. Yeah, that's just Aya's character, though, as a whole. I would say it's the only playable shot type. Dude, if you can't suck in all the items, like, if you don't have the power of suction, what's the point? Look at that. Listen, we all know Reimu B is clearly the only playable shot type in this game. Everything else is bad. Obviously. Anyone who says otherwise is lying to you. We go back to preaching of how Reimu B is the best. Never understand Aya players. They're just on 7 cups of coffee. That's how you keep up with that, right? Or, more realistically, you just play as it enough that you get used to how to play with it, and you learn the route. That might also be the answer, but I'm gonna pretend it's the 7 cups of coffee. Uh-oh. I don't want to risk going left there. Like, the Aya shot type's not terrible, and it definitely has the advantage of being able to, like, position yourself away from the center and, like, get good damage like that elsewhere. But that's one of those things that you'd have to play with it for, like, 50 hours to get, like, really used to it and comfortable with all the strats and, like, figure out how to route it all, which is not something I, know how to do or really feel like sitting down and doing. Not a high priority to me. Okay, stage 3. This is not stage 3, this is stage 2. What am I saying? Have I been drinking and I never noticed? Actually, maybe because I'm too tired, I need to actually play as Yukari. Oh, because I'm like Yukari incarnate. Oh, that explains it. The only time you're supposed to play as the Suikashai is when you're drinking. And you're supposed to play as Yukari when you're tired. I never put this together until now. You play as Aya when you drank a bunch of coffee. You play as Yukari when you're sleepy. You play as Suika when you're drunk. What's up, Kageyama? I can't click that link right now, I hope you know. I'm trying to dodge bullets. Okay, now I can click it. Okay, that's cute. Like that, I mean, that meme was like, what is it? Per year, you eat like 4 spiders in your sleep or whatever. Oh, cute. Your mommy is very cute. Okay, here we go. Cute off. Who's the cutest Touhou character? Yuka, I mean, I should have expected it. I don't know why I don't know why I expected a different answer. Listen, there's 2 very distinct categories, okay? There's the designation of cute and there's the designation of hot. Yuka can fall into the latter, not the former. Although I have seen some cute Yuka art, she's definitely not #1 in my opinion. Ooh. Give me a second. I gotta move something real quick. Okay, laundry has been moved. Checking something real quick. Okay. I'm back. Kyoko, Yame, Imame, or Eternity? Those are fair answers. I was going to say Kyoko or Kogasa are probably my two two top picks. Okay, game, I'm running out of patience. Try a little bit more before we go declining with Devils. Oh yeah, On's a good candidate. I don't think I'd put her above Kogasa or Kyoko. Gotta be on you. I mean, I guess. Now, the more I think about it, yeah, the more she is definitely up there. Although I don't know if I can put her above the other two that I just mentioned. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a little tricky because I've seen like every single Touhou character, something relate to them that's made me call them cute at one point, so it's a little tricky to say as a whole, but I don't know if I ever see a Kogasa that doesn't just like warm my heart. I think that's got like the big kicker for me. It's like I don't know if I ever see a Kogasa that just doesn't, whether it's writing or art or anything, that just doesn't warm my heart. Although like Kyoko and On are definitely good candidates. Get Kogasa, but there's no but. You have to understand that on the internet, that if I have an opinion, it's obviously the correct opinion, and if you disagree with my opinion, not only are you wrong, but it actively makes you a bad person. Yeah, any good paces? Today has been the day of me struggling to keep my brain afloat, so the answer to that is no, unfortunately. Today is one of those where I'm playing to get the time in and, you know, get that little bit of just more experience, and we say that either we clutch up late or we just take it slow and save our good runs for tomorrow or something. But I started and I've been a little too tired all day for me to really focus hard. I feel better right now than I did an hour ago, but I don't have any of the results to back it up at the moment. I don't know, I ate right before I streamed, but instead of giving me energy, it just like made me want to go take a nap. That was not a good sign. I've had a few runs into Stage 4, but I haven't had anything past the Tori. Or even halfway past the Tori. Well, that's just the way the internet works, right? You can go onto anywhere online. It's like the opinion of the user is always correct, or whatever your opinion is correct. And if someone disagrees with you, they're wrong and bad because of it. So it's also your responsibility, clearly, to tell them that they're wrong and bad because of it, and they should change their opinion, right? What? You like that game? You like insert game? Well, the thing is, I don't like that game. And although entertainment is purely subjective, because you like game, I don't. It's actually just terrible. Like, I don't know why you like that game. Is coffee up? I don't drink coffee. I try to avoid caffeine, and even then, I have my older sister who drinks a lot of coffee. I have a good friend of mine that drinks a lot of coffee. But, I also just don't particularly like the taste of coffee. My usual caffeine intake comes from tea. That was the wrong direction to move. Excuse me. Yeah, see, that's the problem of the day. I cannot play things well. There. Maybe I just need my milk. I have some up in the fridge. Coffee or energy drinks, yeah. Weekends. I mean, that's the one time I drink energy drinks, because, like, okay, usually on the average, I go to bed at somewhere between 10 and 11 my time. But there is an exception, which is on, like, Saturdays. Saturdays, I'm out hanging with some of my friends, and we're up till, like, midnight, 1 in the morning, and sometimes I'll have an energy drink then. But I also feel like I have it weird because, like, I've talked to my friends before too, and they find it weird because, like, I have my friends who drinks caffeine, not like super regularly, but drink energy drinks and stuff a fair bit. But he always says that, like, he has to be careful when he drinks some because, like, if he drinks some like 4 hours before bed, it's just gonna like keep him up long later than you. Maybe 4 hours is pushing it, but you get the whole thing. And I know multiple people who talk like that. It's like, okay, you know, they drink first thing in the morning or something, because if they drink it late, it just keeps them awake forever. But, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, energy drinks don't hit me. Like, I feel like I need to, like, inject it, like, straight into my veins. I need, like, needle injection of caffeine if I want to, like, really hit me. Because otherwise, like, the only thing that happens is, like, since I don't really drink, like I said, I don't really drink coffee, so unless it's, like, hot tea, it's, like, generally, like, very cold. And it causes me to, like, shiver slightly because I just chugged the cold drink. And then it's like, oh, I don't know. It tastes good. But yeah. But like I've drank, you know, 160 milligrams of caffeine and then gone to bed an hour later. This is. Yeah, it's just been this kind of week. It just kind of been this kind of week. Work has been very long. So, you know, as much as I talked about me not getting the best sleep this week, I think more of it's just me being tired from work. Because the problem this week is, like, first of all, I was off I was off last Thursday, Friday, and then getting in, it's just an absolute mess. So I've been like very busy all week, but it's also an additional level of busy because, like I found before, but I work for a beverage distributor that's beer and non-beer drinks. I'm gonna sneeze. It's like lingering. I can only get away from the mic. And this Bush product is like one of our bigger things. And we have not only like the big bosses from our company, but like big Bush named people for yearly walkthrough of the warehouse and of like the stores nearby. And so we have to make sure get everything very cleaned up, everything ordered, you know. Some things that we're supposed to do on the regular that we don't do, we have to make sure we go out of our way to do this week. On top of it just being a naturally busy week for like other things, so it's just been long days. But that's fine. You gotta struggle in Touhou, right? Like, the only way to not struggle at one point in Touhou is to struggle. You can't win without losing a lot. So yeah, it's my favorite saying when it comes down to this. The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. Now, sometimes I wish it wasn't 1,000, but, you know, you gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. It's real, but you gotta always look at the positive like that, because otherwise, as someone who's played Touhou for a long time now, relatively speaking, I know that it's really easy to completely depress yourself, because you know you can do something. You spider! Okay. Yumame has not been doing me many favors today. I also want to comment that. Like, I'm not doing myself many favors, but she's not doing me any either. What was I saying? But it's really easy to get pessimistic with, like, especially such a grind like this. Where it's like, you know you can play better at times, and then you just... You find yourself, like, playing really well one day, and then just not. And it can be really frustrating. Because some days you'll have really good days, and then you won't be able to play up to that level. And it can... I've felt it many times before, and learning to lose and not ruin your mentality is very important. And also learning to have realistic expectations. And also not comparing yourself to others. That's a huge one. Well, yeah, it goes back to ultimately like what I said in a roundabout way. So, like I said, the only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. It's just like when you have some, you know, I sit down to do this, and like I know what kind of grind I'm getting myself into. And it's important to know that, like, although you can stumble upon good runs, it's like if you want good results, you're gonna have to play a lot. And the problem is, you're gonna have to lose a lot. And that's one of those tricky things, because, like, you always get caught up, like, with other people. Because unless you're, like, watching someone actively, or you know someone directly, it's like... Let's take Touhou, for example. Whenever you see, like the good people, all you see are their good runs. All you see is them looking like the greatest players known to man. And that's also something you have to be really careful about. Because it's not realistic that you're just gonna get that good, where you're just clearing everything, like, with what looks to be relative ease, when that's not the case. It's also tricky, too, because everyone's gonna suffer mentally differently than others. Analyzing what went wrong. Yeah, that's one thing I try to do often whenever I die, is to immediately try to say, oh, I could have gone that way, or like, what could I have done differently, besides just, you know, maybe she didn't give... Oh, she gave me bad RNG on UNR. You know, I can complain about that, and I will. Sometimes it's important to vent and just get it out, but, like, also sit there and say, oh, I could have... That gap was rough, but I could have read this ahead of time and maybe gone to the left. That's just RNG. Yeah. As someone who's played competitive games before, PvP with other people, one thing you very quickly learn, or that I've tried to very quickly learn, is do not blame anything on luck. Because it is the easiest way to hate yourself and the game. Most importantly, the game. It is the most easy way to hate whatever you're doing. Is just to... You die, and then just start excusing it on luck. That's also why I hate... Or I don't really like team-based games that much. I like Touhou, because, like, there's nothing... I can't blame anyone for my own deaths in Touhou, right? Listen, I played too much Dota 2 to hear people talk about, oh, my teammates were so bad. Oh, if only my teammates were halfway decent. I mean, you can use that or League. The two compare flawlessly when you're talking about this type of thing, and many other games. In fact, I mean, my most played game of all time is unfortunately Dota 2. In fact, I've won $230 playing that game. I have not played that game in almost 2 years at this point. Amateur level tournaments. My brother got into Dota 2, and he's one of the reasons I got into Dota 2. and he got me into some amateur level tournaments or like leagues, and I played in a few of those for some time, and I won one of those and got the prize pool. The prize pool for first place was $1,000 split 5 ways, so that's $200. But also there was a slight bonus if you were in person because it was a LAN event, and I was there in person, so I got the additional 30. Easy peasy. I was also the worst player on my team, by all means, but... but I was good enough to allow us to win, and that's what matters. But nowadays, I enjoy my peaceful life of working, playing Touhou, and playing JRPGs. But anyway, for the whole mentality thing, yada yada yada. I think one big thing that's also tricky with that too is just like what helps one person, you know, stay on the right track and not go crazy isn't going to work for everyone. Some people love getting involved with others and, like, doing things with, like, talking with others, strategizing with others, just, like, engaging in communities, like the Touhou community at large and, like, the shmup community stuff, can be really inspiring and really motivational for people. But, like, I, you know, engage a bit. And yes, I also know, obviously I stream, so I'm a kind of a hypocrite to this to some extent, but, like, I also try to, like, be a step back because I find myself engaging with others as a really good way to depress me. So I try my best to, like, limit my interaction like that. Ooh, I almost sidestepped that one too much. Whew. But others I've noticed. Well, some people feel weird talking about themselves. Oh my goodness, that the bubble split. I wasn't sure what to read there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Too much. Too much sauce. What are you gonna do? Let's just see stage 5 for the day. We don't need to have the nuts runs. We just need to sometimes have some more experience. Yeah, well, there's a weird line that I like struggle to find. Which is, on one hand, the good, which is sometimes it's good to push, and like even when it's bad like this and suboptimal, is just play it. It's good to have the experience. It's good to just get it through. Not everyone's going to be great, right? Should have had that one. But at the same time, there's only like so much like that. Oh, buddy, like that right there makes me want to just stop the run immediately. Like, I'm only continuing because I'm trying to force myself to. But the problem is that, like, right there, and this is gonna lead to a great position. Got my way out of that one at least. But like that like the first death was a little rough, but it's Catswalk wouldn't do. That second death is one of the deaths that makes me just question everything. Because it's like, you did the hard part, and then you die at the end just running into garbage. And so it's a really weird bag, where on one hand, as someone who's, like, I was always a resetter, but, like, doing PCB, like, during that LNN, I learned the value of playing it out sometimes, because you can really clutch up. But there's a limit where sometimes... The problem is sometimes it leads to tilt. And that can just chain. That just chains sometimes. And that second death that I just had on Catswalk is the type of death where it's like, I shouldn't play out a run with it because that's the really painful type of death. When you had it and then you just die because you just overstepped it. Ugh. frequent resets before. I still do. Like, generally, like, I mean, right now, if I get a single miss before Satori, I will just reset. Unless I'm within, like, the last 10 minutes of me playing. Like, right now, it's been 2 hours. That's basically my limit, where I'm like, okay. I'll call it here. And if I'm, like, at, like, right now, I'll be like, yeah, I might play it out. But otherwise, like, if I'm at, like, if I just miss a single time honestly, like, if I miss a single time before Stage 5, I'm just like, I just want to reset. And I usually do. But it's a weird bag where it's like, I really want to, but I also know that there is value in not resetting everything. See, you reset, and you don't get that cap, though. Oh my goodness, what was that? Like, I am fighting every fiber of my, like, instinct right now, which is just to stop. Like, every part of my body is just telling me just to stop playing, but I'm just fighting it. Honestly, this is one of those parts where streaming I found helps with this. Where it's like, at the very least, potentially having people there to talk and to just chat with helps take my mind off of my own depression. Just ranting to the void, you know? Those bubbles, they really wanted to give me a really wide spread. Now, the good news is, Orin Final's fairly generous, so it didn't matter that much, but it still was suspect. I do that sometimes, because, like, sometimes the late game is how you get, like, locked in. Because oftentimes, the early game's boring. I shouldn't talk during this attack. Yeah, that's why I can't get distracted. Like, it's really easy just to zone out in the early game. So, on one hand, I do get that. I do feel that afterwards. Like, just get yourself to have a run going. To get yourself to the point where you're forced to focus. And then it just gets your blood going. It just gets you locked in. Instead of repeating the same loop over and over and over and over again. But again, there is a limit where I'm hesitant with that, because sometimes dying just chains itself. And not in a way of like, oh, it's a difficult attack, you die, and then you just die because it's a difficult attack. But you just die because you're just... That was terrible. What am I doing? Like, I am fighting every fiber of my being right now, not to just reset this run and just stop playing. But I've already convinced myself to go this far, so I'm not changing it. as much as it can be tilting. Wee. Like, my Peta Flare confidence right now is, like, at an all-time low going into this attack. And that is not usually a good sign. Never mind, we're the greatest of all time. Never in question. I never had a single doubt in my mind. Ignore everything else I said previously. I never ran out of confidence, clearly. It's okay. The Peta was not disgusting. She didn't do anything that... She didn't give me anything super bad. It wasn't, like, free. Not that Peta's ever free. I don't know why I'm saying that, but... It's not like it was a disgusting Peta, but... I am glad I actually played it well. See, this is with that whole mentality thing where I was talking about how it gets tricky to, in problems, to take your small victories. Like, you know, it's not something I cap every run. Needles of Yore. Honestly, I cap Needles less than I do Peta Flare at this point. So, the fact that I literally just capped that, Death to, I don't know, everything in the book. Just name a few attacks, you're probably right. It's got a lot of deaths. Satori again, Catswalk again. Orin Spell 1, Blazing Wheel, and like double or triple the Peta. I forget the specifics. Ooh, I don't like this attack. What? How did that not... What? I was... Bro... What was that series of events? I didn't know how to process it. My brain fried. I was inside that bullet. How did that not kill me? Tickled bullet? That was more than tickled. That was literally up my own ass. It was still pretty good. Oh yeah, I only died to 2 attacks. I mean, I've died multiple times to one of them, but... To be fair, like, the second UNR death was just a pure tilt death. So, I can't be that upset. The first death was just a really bad wave. The second death was pure tilt, so, you know. Take what you can get. At the end of the day, I shouldn't be that upset. An LNB is an LNB. Although I'm a little upset. Honestly, that Catswalk is what tilted me. That Catswalk pushed me over the edge. Like, the Satorio is bad, but that Catswalk pushed me over the edge of tilt. Okay, take what we got. Here we got. Move on. and say we'll be back for more, because that's the way it works.